You know what? You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna wash my hands and then eat an orange. That's what I'm here to tell you. That's what the whole video is about. But I bet you probably thought I was gonna eat a real orange. Nope, I have these. Yep. The better kind of orange. The better kind of orange. That's what I really have. Wait, how do I know which way this is recording? I don't know anything. The time is over here, so it's probably recording like that. It's for you. I don't know why you're not grabbing it out of my hand. It's really weird. Like, you're just gonna leave me holding it. You're really just gonna leave me holding this. Like, it's kind of rude. You should have been eating it by now. Like, you should really just eat this whole thing in one bite. I don't know how you think you're ever gonna be healthy if you don't hurry up and eat this. I don't know. You know this is where all of the health on the planet is. You know that, right? This is where all of the health on the planet is. Like, if you don't know that yet, you're probably gonna die. I'm kidding, but like, you're probably not gonna die. And that's what happens if you don't eat this, and that's why you should. That's why you should. This is where all of the health is, and I don't know who you think you are not eating this. Also, I know the letting, I don't think it's that bad. It doesn't, you know what? It doesn't, bad is subjective, okay? Bad, anything being bad, completely subjective. Completely subjective. That doesn't mean I think I look like the world's traditional idea of what it means to look good, but that does mean that looking bad is subjective. That does mean that you actually don't know what eyes somebody else is going to have when they look at you. They might see something good. They might hallucinate like some beauty there. You know, you don't know that they're not going to. You don't know that they're not going to. Especially if you have like a beautiful spirit. It doesn't matter. Even if you feel ugly, you don't actually know that somebody else is not going to see so much infinite beauty when they look at you. You don't know that. You don't know that. You have no reason to believe that they're not going to see something amazing. When they're peeled, they're so feminine. When they're not peeled, they're so masculine. Which is why we both have feminine and masculine energy, because in its masculine state, it would still be fine if you threw it at the wall. It would still be the same. You could even peel it and eat it. But from its masculine state, you can take it and put it into its feminine state, and you would have to in order to eat it. It can't even be consumed properly. I mean, it can, but then I don't even know where you're gonna go. Pluto, you're gonna go some places if you eat this without peeling it. You are going to be in a spaceship. I'm kidding, I don't wanna waste it. I'm not gonna eat it if I take a bite while it's like this. And while there's so many, and I'm going to struggle to eat all of them before they go bad, because I'm probably gonna eat most of them myself. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe not just me, but like, you know. I thought I was gonna hit you. I wasn't lucky enough. I was hoping I was going to. Even that didn't happen. Like, you don't get everything you want, you know? So I turned on this video to face fears. To face the reason why a distant galaxy would not even want me to be present. I decided to turn on the camera. Actually, I'm already wearing shoes because my grandma's gonna pick me up and we're gonna go to Denny's to get those free pancakes for the pancake day. The 4th of March, National Pancake Day. Something. So, I decided naturally to do what makes the most sense, not really related to that at all. But I decided to turn on the camera and do the most embarrassing, awkward, horrifying thing I could think of, because only everybody I've ever met could possibly someday find this, and only all of the people who I've not met yet could possibly someday find this. So I decided to talk about the fact that, well, I am a twin flame, so I can give you guys my perspective of that Netflix documentary, if you've seen it or if you haven't seen it yet, called Escaping Twin Flames, which I don't know if I've ever talked about this before on my YouTube. I don't remember. It would have been a long time ago. And I was hesitant. I was like, why would I talk about twin flames on my YouTube? Why would I ever talk about me being a twin flame on my YouTube? Like, twin flame, as in like the person who's not like actively like in my life, but sometimes like shows up into my life. That person, why would I go on YouTube and talk about someone that nobody who's gonna see this video has ever met, unless that one person sees the video? Like, why would I go on YouTube and do that? So I've been like avoiding that. I've been, you know, sometimes when the timeline and when maybe any spirits you work with or your higher self, I don't know, when they want you to, damn, some people are gonna be like, so I just established the fact that you're actually crazy. I just, you know, but what they really mean is that you might be spiritually different from them and awakened to things that they might not be ready for or aware of. Because I bet you they probably believe in something. What they believe in is probably just weird, and they don't talk about it because it's too weird. So then if you go to the deepest, weirdest part of like what you can talk about publicly, of course they're going to be triggered because they're going to be like reminded of all of the things that they are pretty sure exist, but they just can't even talk about publicly. Is all of the lingerie off? I don't know if I can eat it otherwise. I don't think that I can. You know, like I don't think I can eat it otherwise. I don't think it's fine. I don't think it's gonna be okay. I think that even like that is like contaminated. Like I have to like take that off. Like it's not fine with me. It's not okay. So yeah. So yes, I do believe I'm a twin flame. So, but I'm not gonna like tell you guys whatever information you think you're here to find out or whatever you think you want to know, okay? Because I'm at the level I'm at and you're at the level you're at, and what I'm going to talk to you about today is at the level that I feel like talking to you about. So, there's a Netflix documentary series, I don't remember how many episodes, more than one, and they're like, I don't remember how long, like maybe 40 minutes or something, like crazy. And it's so odd. Okay, I'll tell you. So, honestly, my perspective on this, I feel like, is unique. Anybody who either is or believes they're, well, okay, I am. I don't just believe I am. I am, okay? Anybody who actually is a twin flame, for real, not just like codependent on someone they don't know, but someone who actually is a twin flame, they're going to have a very unique perspective on the documentary called Escaping Twin Flames. Also, people who are just like very spiritual, well, not really, people who are like actually into magic might have their own perspective, but like somebody who actually is a twin flame is going to have a strong perspective on it also. I'll tell you why this is relevant in a minute, but I've literally changed my pronouns before and then changed them back and then changed them again and then changed them back. I just didn't tell anybody because I didn't feel like it, and because I was like, I don't know why, but I don't feel like telling anyone. So that I have done. And that's going to be relevant too. Okay, I don't remember their names. Okay. But there is this couple. They are real twin flames. I do believe them. I do believe they are. Fully, I believe they are. I just don't believe everything they say. I believe that they are important to know of. I don't remember their names though. I forgot. They were not important enough to reference, no offense. But like, also with this whole controversy and stuff, and they're not even like actively posting like they used to, so it's kind of reasonable that I forgot their names because, oopsie, I wasn't on a first name basis with some of your information. Doesn't mean it never helped, but it does mean that things got weird really fast in the documentary, so. Okay, so, sorry, my armpit not being shaved. Did I scare you? Did I scare you? I don't know. Maybe I did. Half the planet is crying. I'm kidding, they don't know I exist, but if they did, they would be at war, like, huh, you look like that and you didn't shave your armpit. Don't you know you're owned by somebody else? Maybe that's how it's supposed to work. That's how the mindset is out there. So, the point is, I mean, yeah, okay, I wish I shaved my armpit. I didn't. Wow, scary. So terrifying. So terrifying. We both died. So terrifying. Okay, wow. So, there's this couple. They are real twin flames. Okay? But everybody has free will. Okay? An emphasis on everybody has free will, and I don't know what they're doing with it. Well, actually, we all do now. But emphasis on everybody has free will. So, they are real twin flames. They decided to start like a YouTube channel together. At first, great, amazing, right? Amazing, because they were teaching people how to like find their twin flame, or how to like, they called it like harmonious union for their twin flame, where they just are like together, where they just like start a relationship, but it has to have a fancy title. Anyway, because they decided to definitely, of course, yeah, it involves romance, but they decided to like romanticize it in a way where they could sell you like content on it, like for money, you know, like a lot of money, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds or thousands and thousands, right? For just like a video of them talking, or like a video chat with them, right? So, yeah, they made money super fast. And I think most of what they were doing seemed ethical until it started to seem like a pyramid scheme. And the whole, I'm not going to explain the whole escaping twin flames storyline to you guys. At some point, they do, like, tell all of their people they have to, like, change their own gender or they're never going to find their twin flame, which is, like, weird. Because they were trying to pair them with people who they were not attracted to. So they told them the reason why was because of their gender. Weird. It does not give people who have changed their gender or pronouns a very good name. It does not give people who are real twin flames and willing to say it a very good name. Yeah. Weird. How do you explain to the masses that something that is real that they don't know is real exists, but in a way where you definitely can make sure that they're like terrified of it? Netflix was like, well, also like, I don't know, it's weird. The whole like premise of the Netflix thing is that like the made up idea that those two people invented the idea of twin flames and that it could not be possibly real and that it means that they're a part of a cult. And then they try to say that like all of spirituality is New Age and that all New Age spirituality is a cult and that it's wrong that anybody can have a twin flame because it means they're a part of a cult. And they tried to say like if you think that you have like an aura, like you're a part of a cult. Like if you like they went weirdly. They're like, oh, you think like crystals have like magical powers? Yeah, you're a part of this cult where you think you have a twin flame and you're changing your gender right now. Like, and you're gonna force other people to change their gender. Like it really went far. You believe in ghosts? You believe in ghosts? I bet somebody told you you have a twin flame and you're changing your gender right now so that you can be with somebody who's not actually like a spiritual connection for you. and then you're gonna move to some random place. Like, that's what they made it look like the entirety of, like, the spiritual community is. That's what they made it look like. Oh, you believe in something paranormal. Anyway, that's how I feel about it, mostly. I don't know. Just that it's another appropriation of something. Another appropriation of something that does exist. Another time when two people who were genuinely what they claimed to be at the start started making money really fast, became greedy, and then it snowballed into something they couldn't even control anymore. And they started to think that they had powers that they didn't have, even though, yes, it is possible to develop abilities, but, like, they started to tell people they had abilities they didn't have, and then charge money for abilities they didn't have, unfortunately. Which is so sad, because there are people on the planet who could just master their own psychic abilities, or, like, magical abilities. Like, I do believe there are people who can do that. Like, I know there are people who can do that. So it makes it sad when the public's introduction to the entirety of that is this weird appropriation that these two people created, but I understand that, like, because it became, like, a pyramid scheme and a cult at the same time, I understand why Netflix wanted to, like, look into it, but they did not do it in a way that was respectful to the existing spiritual community, or anybody who's not an atheist who wants to force other people to be atheists, essentially, or, like, anyone who's not a Christian. Like, they really, like, tried to harm the existing community, like, spiritual community in general. They did, I think they did considerable, like, harm to the spiritual community, but at the same time, I guess they put out a warning, essentially, like, don't be like that, but nobody wanted to. I don't know. And it's sad, because I feel like they had a lot of interesting information on their YouTube page when I checked it out at one point in time, but obviously it was very, like, while it was, like, somewhat authentic, it also sometimes came from a place that was like, how much money can we make off of barely telling you anything? Like, it was kind of giving, like, weird greedy vibes out of nowhere. So I think something very pure and innocent became something very insulting to the communities they claim to be a part of. Like, it became weird. Anyway, I love you guys. That's literally, like, all I really have to say about that, just that it's very weird. And yeah, I feel like the lighting in the room is going to be the first thing people judge how legitimate I am on. Like, that's the majority of what they'll judge me on. Then they'll be like, you didn't brush your hair, you don't know what you're talking about, nobody has a brain if they're not wearing makeup. But if I did wear makeup, I'm just a girl who's wearing makeup and nothing else. I feel like the world has that perspective too much. Or maybe I've been in the pathway of absorbing way too much of that. But that, doesn't mean that... What? My grandma said, put the address of the... I don't know what this is. She said, put the address of the House of Prime in the text message. We're going to... What's it called? Denny's for the pancakes. So, I think she just misspelled that, but I love you guys. Bye!